the son whom Jacob loved more than all the sons he had. He made for him a special robe, a beautiful coat of many colors. His brothers saw their father's love, and they could not speak to him in peace. But God was watching over Joseph, though he could not see the road ahead. You are the beloved Son, held within the Father's love. Even when the road is hidden, God is working from above. You are the beloved Son, do not fear what you can't see. Through the days that lie before you, God will lead you faithfully. Joseph dreamed a dream one night, and he told his brothers what he saw. The sheaves were standing all around, and their sheaves bowed down to his. They hated him even more because of his dreams and all his words. But God was writing something greater in the story of this young man. You are the beloved Son, held within the Father's love. Even when the road is hidden, God is working from above. You are the beloved Son, do not fear what you can't see. Through the days that lie before you, God will lead you faithfully. A coat of many colors, a dream within his heart, a road he could not understand was where his story would start. You are the beloved Son, held within the Father's love. Even when the road is hidden, God is working from above. You are the beloved Son, walk by faith and do not fear. Even through the darkest valley, God is always near. Joseph went to find his brothers out among the fields that day. But when they saw him coming near, they said, "Here comes that dreamer." They took his robe of many colors and they threw him in a pit. There was no water in the pit, and Joseph cried out from the darkness. His brother sat down to eat while Joseph waited all alone. Then a caravan came passing by on its way down to Egypt. They sold him for silver, they sent him far away. But God was with Joseph, even on his darkest day. They sold him for silver, but they could not sell his dream. What looked like the end of everything was only the beginning. The traders took Joseph to Egypt and sold him to a man there. His brothers thought they had forgotten him, but God had not forgotten Joseph. Though he was taken from his father's house and carried to a distant land, the Lord was with him on the journey and held him in his hand. The road was not the road he chose, the future was not what he knew, but every step along the way God was working through his life. They sold him for silver, they sent him far away, but God was with Joseph. Even on his darkest day, they sold him for silver, but they could not sell his dream. What looked like the end of everything was only the beginning. When the night is long and the road is strange, when everything you trusted seems to slip away, remember Joseph, remember his story. God can turn the darkest road into a road of glory. They sold him for silver, they sent him far away, but God was with Joseph. Even on his darkest day, they sold him for silver, but they could not sell his dream. What looked like the end of everything was only the beginning. God was with Joseph, God was with Joseph, even there in Egypt. God was with Joseph. Joseph was taken down to Egypt and bought by Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard. But the Lord was with Joseph, and he prospered where he stood. His master saw that God was with him, and everything he did was good. He did not have his father's house, he did not have his brother's love, but even in a foreign land, the Lord was watching from above. The Lord was with Joseph, the Lord was with him there. In every place he walked, God's presence followed him. The Lord was with Joseph, and everything he touched was blessed by the hand of God, who never left him. Joseph found favor in his master's eyes, and he put him over all he had. From that day on, the house was blessed, because the Lord was with him. Joseph was a faithful servant, he was honest in his ways. Though he had been brought down so low, God was lifting him again. The road was not yet finished, the promise was not yet clear, but Joseph kept on walking, knowing God was near. The Lord was with Joseph, the Lord was with him there. In every place he walked, God's presence followed him. The Lord was with Joseph, and everything he touched was blessed by the hand of God, who never left him alone. Not in the palace, not in the place he knew, but in a foreign country, God's faithful love was true. When everything had changed, one thing remained the same. The Lord was with Joseph. The Lord was with Joseph. The Lord was with Joseph. The Lord was with him there. In every place he walked, God's presence followed him. The Lord was with Joseph, and everything he touched was blessed by the hand of God, who never left him alone. The Lord was with Joseph. The Lord was with Joseph. Joseph was handsome and well-favored, and his master's wife looked at him. She said, "Come and lie with me." But Joseph would not listen. He said, "My master trusts me. He has put everything in my hands. How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against my God?" He chose the way of righteousness, though no one else could see. He feared the Lord more than his own life, and kept his heart set free. I will not turn away, I will stand in the light. Though temptation calls my name, I will choose what is right. I will not turn away, my God is watching me. When I cannot see the way ahead, his truth will set me free. She caught him by his garment, but Joseph pulled away. He left his garment in her hand and ran outside that day. She called the man of the house and spoke against Joseph. Though he had done nothing wrong, he was accused and put in prison. The road became much harder. The innocent was blamed, but Joseph did not leave his faith, and God remained the same. I will not turn away, I will stand in the light. Though temptation calls my name, I will choose what is right. I will not turn away. My God is watching me. When I cannot see the way ahead, His truth will set me free. Sometimes doing what is right will not make the road easy, but God sees every faithful heart, and He will never leave me. I will not turn away. I will stand in the light. Though temptation calls my name, I will choose what is right. I will not turn away. My God is watching me. Even when the night is long, His hand is guiding me. Joseph was taken to the prison, though he had done no wrong. But the Lord was with Joseph there, and showed him steadfast love. The keeper of the prison put everything in his hands. Whatever Joseph did there, the Lord made it prosper. The place was dark and lonely, but God was not far away. His promise was still unfolding, though Joseph could not see the way. God was with him in the prison. God was with him in the night. When the door was closed before him, God was still his guiding light. God was with him in the prison. He was never left alone. Season, God was making him his own. Two servants of the king came there, and they were troubled in the night. They each had dreamed a different dream, and Joseph saw their sorrow. He said, "Do not interpretations belong to God alone. Tell me your dreams, and God will show what they may mean to you." Joseph did not have the answer. He trusted in the Lord, and God gave him understanding to speak His truth with wisdom. God was with him in the prison. God was with him in the night. When the door was closed before him, God was still his guiding light. God was with God was making him his own. The prison was not the ending. The waiting was not in vain. God was preparing Joseph for a greater day to come. God was with him in the prison. God was with him in the night. When the door was closed before him, God was still his guiding light. God was with him in the prison. He was never left alone. Even in the darkest season, God was making him his own. One night Pharaoh dreamed a dream. He stood beside the Nile. 7 healthy cows came from the river, strong and beautiful. Then 7 thin cows followed, and they swallowed up the first. Pharaoh woke up from his dreaming, and his heart was filled with fear. No one could explain the dream. No one could tell its meaning. Then the cupbearer remembered Joseph waiting in the prison. God gives wisdom, God gives understanding. When the way is hidden, He can make it clear. God gives wisdom, God alone reveals the meaning. What we cannot understand, He can make us see. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh, and Pharaoh said to him, I have heard you can interpret dreams. Joseph answered him, it is not in me to give the answer, but God will give Pharaoh an answer. Joseph stood before the king and trusted in the Lord. 7 years of great abundance would come upon the land. Then 7 years of famine would follow after them. God gives wisdom, God gives understanding. When the way is hidden, He can make it clear. God gives wisdom, God alone reveals the meaning. What we cannot understand, He can make us see. The gift was not from Joseph, the wisdom was from God. The prison could not hide the gift, the waiting was not lost. God gives wisdom, God gives understanding. When the way is hidden, He can make it clear. God gives wisdom, God gives wisdom, God gives understanding. Pharaoh saw that Joseph was wise, and he said, "Can we find another one like this man in whom is the Spirit of God? You shall be over my house, and all my people shall obey. Only by the throne will I be greater than you in all the land." From the prison to the palace, God had brought him through the years. What seemed like a road of sorrow was preparing him for this. God lifted Joseph up, God lifted Joseph high, from the darkness of the prison to a place of light. God lifted Joseph up and gave him strength to lead what God has planned for his children. No one can defeat. Pharaoh took his signet ring and placed it on Joseph's hand. He dressed him in fine linen and put a gold chain around his neck. He made him ride in his second chariot and called his name before the people. Joseph was ruler over Egypt, and he was 30 years old. The years of waiting were not wasted. Every step had made him strong. God had been preparing Joseph for the work he had to do. God lifted Joseph up, God lifted Joseph high, from the darkness of the prison to a place of light. God lifted Joseph up and gave him strength to lead what God has planned for his children. No one can defeat. The dream became a purpose, the waiting became a way. The hand of God had led him to this very day. God lifted Joseph up, God lifted Joseph high, from the darkness of the prison to a place of light. God lifted Joseph up and gave him strength to lead what God has planned for his children. No one can defeat. God was with Joseph, God was with Joseph, every step along the way. The famine came upon the land, just as Joseph had foretold. There was no bread in all the earth, but Egypt had enough. Jacob heard there was grain in Egypt, and he sent his sons to buy. Joseph's brothers came before him and and bowed down with their faces to the ground. Joseph knew his brothers, but they did not know him. The dreams of long ago were standing there before him. God was working through the years. God was faithful through the pain. What was lost was not forgotten. What was broken could be changed. God was working through the years. Though the road was hard to see, His promises were still unfolding, just as He had planned. Joseph remembered all the dreams he had dreamed when he was young, and he tested his brothers' hearts before he told them who he was. He asked about their father, and he asked about their brother. Benjamin was still at home, the youngest son of Jacob. Their hearts were filled with sorrow as they remembered what they did. They said, "We saw his anguish when he pleaded from the pit." God was working through the years. God was faithful through the pain. What was lost was not forgotten. What was broken could be changed. God was working through the years. Though the road was hard to see, His promises were still unfolding, just as He had planned. The brothers could not see it, but mercy had begun. The God who held their father was bringing them back home. God was working through the years. God was faithful through the pain. What was lost was not forgotten. What was broken could be changed. God was working through the years, and His purpose still remained. What they meant for harm, God could turn for good. Joseph could no longer hide his tears. He sent everyone away, and he wept before his brothers. Then he said, "I am Joseph." They were terrified to hear his voice. They could not answer him. But Joseph said, "Do not be afraid. God sent me here before you. You meant it for harm, but God meant it for good. He brought me here to save many lives, just as He said He would. Do not be afraid. Come near to me. God has turned our sorrow into mercy and made a way for peace." ears could not speak, but he embraced his brother Benjamin and wept over them all. He said, God sent me before you to preserve life in the land. There will be years of famine still, but God has made a way. You meant it for harm, but God meant it for good. He brought me here to save many lives, just as he said he would. Do not be afraid, come near to me. God has turned our sorrow into mercy and made a way for peace. What began with jealousy, what began with pain, God turned into a blessing and brought us home again. You meant it for harm, but God meant it for good. God turned our sorrow into mercy and made a way for peace. Joseph brought his father Jacob down to Egypt from the land, and he wept when he saw his father and held him in his arms. The years had passed like rivers, but the love was still the same. God had brought them all together through the sorrow and the pain. God meant it for good, God meant it for good. What the enemy planned for harm, God turned into good. God meant it for good, his purpose never failed. Through every road and every tear, his faithful love prevailed. Joseph cared for all his family through the years of famine there. He gave them bread and gave them shelter. He showed them mercy and love. When his brothers were afraid, Joseph said, do not be afraid. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good. God meant it for good, God meant it for good. What the enemy planned for harm, God turned into good. God meant it for good, his purpose never failed. Through every road and every tear, his faithful love will stay with us as well. God meant it for good. God meant it for good. Joseph was the son whom Jacob loved more than all the sons he had. He made for him a special robe, a beautiful coat of many colors. His brothers saw their father's love, and they could not speak to him in peace. God was watching over Joseph, though he could not see the road ahead. You are the beloved Son, held within the Father's love. Even when the road is hidden, God is working from above. You are the beloved Son. Do not fear what you can't see. Through the days that lie before you, God will lead you faithfully. Joseph dreamed a dream one night, and he told his brothers what he saw. The sheaves were standing all around, and their sheaves bowed down to his. They hated him even more because of his dreams and all his words. But God was writing something greater in the story of this young man. You are the beloved Son, held within the Father's love. Even when the road is hidden, God is working from above. You are the beloved Son. Do not fear what you can't see. Through the days that lie before you, God will lead you faithfully. A coat of many colors, a dream within his heart, a road he could not understand was where his story would start. You are the beloved Son, held within the Father's love. Even when the road is hidden, God is working from above. You are the beloved Son. Walk by faith and do not fear. Even through the darkest valley, God is always near. Joseph went to find his brothers out among the fields that day. But when they saw him coming near, they said, "Here comes that dreamer." They took his robe of many colors and they threw him in a pit. There was no water in the pit, and Joseph cried out from the darkness. His brother sat down to eat while Joseph waited all alone. Then a caravan came passing by on its way down to Egypt. They sold him for silver, they sent him far away. But God was with Joseph, even on his darkest day. They sold him for silver, but they could not sell his dream. What looked like the end of everything was only the beginning. The traders took Joseph to Egypt and sold him to a man there. His brothers thought they had forgotten him, but God had not forgotten Joseph. Though he was taken from his father's house and carried to a distant land, the Lord was with him on the journey and held him in his hand. The road was not the road he chose, the future was not what he knew, but every step along the way God was working through his life. They sold him for silver, they sent him far away, but God was with Joseph, even on his darkest day. They sold him for silver, but they could not sell his dream. What looked like the end of everything was only the beginning. When the night is long and the road is strange, when everything you trusted seems to slip away, remember Joseph, remember his story. God can turn the darkest road into a road of glory. They sold him for silver, they sent him far away, but God was with Joseph, even on his darkest day. They sold him for silver, but they could not sell his dream. What looked like the end of everything was only the beginning. God was with Joseph, God was with Joseph, even there in Egypt. God was with Joseph. Joseph was taken down to Egypt and bought by Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard. But the Lord was with Joseph, and he prospered where he stood. His master saw that God was with him, and everything he did was good. He did not have his father's house, he did not have his brother's love, but even in a foreign land, the Lord was watching from above. The Lord was with Joseph, the Lord was with him there. In every place he walked, God's presence followed him. The Lord was with Joseph, and everything he touched was blessed by the From that day on, the house was blessed, because the Lord was with him. Joseph was a faithful servant. He was honest in his ways. Though he had been brought down so low, God was lifting him again. The road was not yet finished, the promise was not yet clear, but Joseph kept on walking, knowing God was near. The Lord was with Joseph, the Lord was with him there. In every place he walked, God's presence followed him. The Lord was with Joseph, and everything he touched was blessed by the hand of God, who never left him alone. Not in the palace, not in the place he knew, but in a foreign country, God's faithful love was true. When everything had changed, one thing remained the same. The Lord was with Joseph. The Lord was with Joseph. The Lord was with Joseph. The Lord was with him there. In every place he walked, God's presence followed him. The Lord was with Joseph, and everything he touched was blessed by the hand of God, who never left him alone. The Lord was with Joseph. The Lord was with Joseph. Joseph was handsome and well-favored, and his master's wife looked at him. She said, "Come and lie with me." But Joseph would not listen. He said, "My master trusts me. He has put everything in my hands. How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against my God?" He chose the way of righteousness, though no one else could see. He feared the Lord more than his own life, and kept his heart set free. I will not turn away, I will stand in the light. Though temptation calls my name, I will choose what is right. I will not turn away, my God is watching me. When I cannot see the way ahead, his truth will set me free. She caught him by his garment, but Joseph pulled away. He left his garment in her hand and ran outside that day. She called the man of the house and spoke against Joseph. Though he had done nothing wrong, he was accused and put in prison. The road became Joseph did not leave his faith, and God remained the same. I will not turn away, I will stand in the light. Though temptation calls my name, I will choose what is right. I will not turn away, my God is watching me. When I cannot see the way ahead, His truth will set me free. Sometimes doing what is right will not make the road easy, but God sees every faithful heart, and He will never leave me. I will not turn away, I will stand in the light. Though temptation calls my name, I will choose what is right. I will not turn away, my God is watching me. Even when the night is long, His hand is guiding me. Joseph was taken to the prison, though he had done no wrong. But the Lord was with Joseph there, and showed him steadfast love. The keeper of the prison put everything in his hands. Whatever Joseph did there, the Lord made it prosper. The place was dark and lonely, but God was not far away. His promise was still unfolding, though Joseph could not see the way. God was with him in the prison, God was with him in the night. When the door was closed before him, God was still his guiding light. God was with him in the prison, he was never left alone. Season, God was making him his own. Two servants of the king came there, and they were troubled in the night. They each had dreamed a different dream, and Joseph saw their sorrow. He said, "Do not interpretations belong to God alone. Tell me your dreams, and God will show what they may mean to you." Joseph did not have the answer. He trusted in the Lord, and God gave him understanding to speak his truth with wisdom. God was with him in the prison, was still his guiding light. God was with him in the prison. He was never left alone. Even in the darkest season, God was making him his own. The prison was not the ending. The waiting was not in vain. God was preparing Joseph for a greater day to come. God was with him in the prison. God was with him in the night. When the door was closed before him, God was still his guiding light. God was with him in the prison. He was never left alone. Even in the darkest season, God was making him his own. One night Pharaoh dreamed a dream. He stood beside the Nile. 7 healthy cows came from the river, strong and beautiful. Then 7 thin cows followed, and they swallowed up the first. Pharaoh woke up from his dreaming, and his heart was filled with fear. No one could explain the dream. No one could tell its meaning. Then the cupbearer remembered Joseph waiting in the prison. God gives wisdom, God gives understanding. When the way is hidden, He can make it clear. God gives wisdom, God alone reveals the meaning. What we cannot understand, He can make us see. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh, and Pharaoh said to him, I have heard you can interpret dreams. Joseph answered him, it is not in me to give the answer, but God will give Pharaoh an answer. Joseph stood before the king and trusted in the Lord. 7 years of great abundance would come upon the land. Then 7 years of famine would follow after them. God gives wisdom, God gives understanding. When the way is hidden, He can make it clear. God gives wisdom, God alone reveals the meaning. What we cannot understand, He can make us see. The gift was was not from Joseph, the wisdom was from God. The prison could not hide the gift, the waiting was not lost. God gives wisdom, God gives understanding. When the way is hidden, He can make it clear. God gives wisdom, God alone reveals the meaning, what we cannot understand. He can make us see. God gives wisdom, God gives understanding. Pharaoh saw that Joseph was wise, and he said, "Can we find another one like this man, in whom is the Spirit of God? You shall be over my house, and all my people shall obey. Only by the throne will I be greater than you in all the land." From the prison to the palace, God had brought him through the years. What seemed like a road of sorrow was preparing him for this. God lifted Joseph up, God lifted Joseph high, from the darkness of the prison to a place of light. God lifted Joseph up and gave him strength to lead what God has planned for His children. No one can defeat. Pharaoh took his signet ring and placed it on Joseph's hand. He dressed him in fine linen and put a gold chain around his neck. He made him ride in his second chariot and called his name before the people. Joseph was ruler over Egypt, and he was 30 years old. The years of waiting were not wasted. Every step had made him strong. God had been preparing Joseph for the work he had to do. God lifted Joseph up, God lifted Joseph high, from the darkness of the prison to a place of light. God lifted Joseph up and gave him strength to lead what God has planned for His children. No one can defeat. The dream became a purpose, the waiting became a way. The hand of God had led him to this very day. God lifted Joseph up, God lifted Joseph high, from the darkness of the prison to a place of light. God lifted Joseph up and gave him strength to lead what God has planned for His children. No one can defeat. God was with Joseph, God was with Joseph, every step along the way. Egypt had enough. Jacob heard there was grain in Egypt, and he sent his sons to buy. Joseph's brothers came before him and bowed down with their faces to the ground. Joseph knew his brothers, but they did not know him. The dreams of long ago were standing there before him. God was working through the years. God was faithful through the pain. What was lost was not forgotten. What was broken could be changed. God was working through the years. Though the road was hard to see, His promises were still unfolding, just as He had planned. Joseph remembered all the dreams he had dreamed when he was young, and he tested his brothers' hearts before he told them who he was. He asked about their father, and he asked about their brother. Benjamin was still at home, the youngest son of Jacob. Their hearts were filled with sorrow as they remembered what they did. They said, "We saw his anguish when he pleaded from the pit." God was working through the years. God was faithful through the pain. What was lost was not forgotten. What was broken could be changed. God was working through the years. Though the road was hard to see, His promises were still unfolding, just as He had planned. The brothers could not see it, but mercy had begun. The God who held their father was bringing them back home. God was working through the years. God was faithful through the pain. What was lost was not forgotten. What was broken could be changed. God was working through the years, and His purpose still remained. What they meant for harm, God could turn for good. Joseph could no longer hide his tears. He sent everyone away, and he wept before his brothers. Then he said, "I am Joseph." They were terrified to hear his voice. They could not answer him. But Joseph said, "Do not be afraid. God sent me here before you. You meant it for harm, but God meant it for good. He brought me here to save many lives, just as He said He would." sorrow into mercy and made a way for peace. Joseph asked about his father, and his brothers could not speak, but he embraced his brother Benjamin and wept over them all. He said, God sent me before you to preserve life in the land. There will be years of famine still, but God has made a way. You meant it for harm, but God meant it for good. He brought me here to save many lives, just as He said He would. Do not be afraid, come near to me. God has turned our sorrow into mercy and made a way for peace. What began with jealousy, what began with pain, God turned into a blessing and brought us home again. You meant it for harm, but God meant it for good. God turned our sorrow into mercy and made a way for peace. Joseph brought his father Jacob down to Egypt from the land, and he wept when he saw his father and held him in his arms. The years had passed like rivers, but the love was still the same. God had brought them all together through the sorrow and the pain. God meant it for good. God meant it for good. What the enemy planned for harm, God turned into good. God meant it for good. His purpose never failed. Through every road and every tear, His faithful love prevailed. Joseph cared for all his family through the years of famine there. He gave them bread and gave them shelter. He showed them mercy and love. When his brothers were afraid, Joseph said, "Do not be afraid. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." God meant it for good. God meant it for good. What the enemy planned for harm, God turned into good. will stay with us as well. God